Hey everybody, welcome to SMG Viewers Comments episode 110, and I promise we are going to do our damnedest to offend some greasy burger flipping bass players.
Hey Glenn, I love the channel and your knowledge of helping other musicians in every aspect as well. It'd wish to remain anonymous if you decide to share this message. I started dating this girl who has a 4-year-old and my band is gonna go on tour. I really love the girl I'm with and her kid, but I really want to go on tour and would like your advice as to what to expect if I brought them on the road with me. I'm not used to the whole dating a single mom thing, but her daughter is sweet and adorable. Thanks Glenn, I hope to hear from you. Much love from Albany, New York.
Well, I don't know, man. Do you think your girlfriend might take offense to the rest of your bandmates, snorting cocaine off strippers' tits in her presence? Do you think that's really the best environment for a 4-year-old to be around? Look, man, are you out of your fucking mind? You want to destroy your band? Yeah, bring your girlfriend along and bring her 4-year-old. I am just fucking beyond fucking blown away that you would ever even think that would possibly be a good idea. A 4-year-old, the road is no fucking place for a 4-year-old, dude. Seriously. What the fuck? And if you do bring her on the road, just think she's going to learn a whole new vocabulary. You can't expect your bandmates to censor themselves in their presence. That's just completely unfair.
Hey Glenn, just tried my new Joyo Vintage OD and it's everything my research promised, so I really want to thank you for bringing this totally bitchin' pedal to my attention and saving me gobs of cake. Only one way to express myself honestly here, dude. Fuck you, Glenn.
Yeah, the Joyo pedals are fucking great. They're not very expensive. You can buy 4 or 5 for the cost of a regular pedal. And yeah, I like working with them quite a bit. We got a demo on a whole bunch of them coming up real soon. You can bet on that.
Hey Glenn, self-built PC or pre-assembled soundproof one. USB-based audio interface or PCI internal cards. Looking to renew my DAW setup. Not a metalhead, but love the channel. Keep up the great work. Greets from Munich.
As for the self-built PC versus a commercial one, it really depends on your budget. If you have the know-how and the time, build one. I built one myself, and I built it about 8 years ago. And I've upgraded the motherboard a couple times, but it's still nearly silent. If you want a commercial one, yeah, take a look at the ones from Pure Perception. They're pretty freaking amazing and really fucking quiet. As for sound cards, yeah, go with the USB stuff. It's great, or Thunderbolt, but RME on a PC front anyway wins in terms of latency versus Thunderbolt. And so I definitely recommend checking that out. I have the UFX Plus back here, and it is absolutely spectacular in every way possible. I got a review coming up on that in a few weeks. You definitely do not want to miss that. It's worth checking out.
Wow, dude, I can't believe a guy gave you $50. And Mr. Tactful wonders why he can't get laid. Bet he's a great wingman.
Yeah, imagine with this guy backing you up at a bar. Yeah, good luck.
Glenn's right. I just mixed on headphones. Sounded great. Took it out of my car, my home stereo, and my work computer all sounded like shit.
I've been saying this over and over and over again. If you're gonna record, make sure you spend money on some decent acoustic treatment. Mixing on headphones sucks if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I know Nolly mixes on headphones, but he's, kind of on a different plane of existence than the rest of us. And he knows how to work his spectrum analyzers so he can tell what's going on in the bottom end. But for us mere mortals, yeah, we got to do it the hard way. Mix on monitors, have decent acoustic treatment, and go check that mix out in the car every single time. Guys, I can't stress this enough. Don't do your mixes on headphones. It's not going to work.
Finally, some useful stuff. Glad you are still making these videos. Cheers from Hungary.
I never wanted to stop doing tutorials. What happened was Oldies But Baddies kind of became this all-encompassing project, and a lot of those React videos took hours and hours to do because we were working with multiple camera setups. It's not like I've got a live switcher like Henning, but boy, that's a pretty damn fine suggestion. I should probably get one at some point. Meanwhile, yeah, we worked on Oldies But Baddies, and there were so many entries, and so it really took a lot of time to do that contest. And so that's why we're taking a break from contests for a little while and doing tutorials. I'm so happy you guys like the reamp video. If you have ideas for more tutorials, please let me know in the comments below, because I really want to do and teach you guys what you're asking. So feel free, ask away.
Can you also do this while recording in a live situation?
The question he's asking is about reamping in a live situation. You can take dry tracks in a live situation and then reamp at a later date. Perfect example would be Despised Icon's Montreal Assault. I believe that was the name of it. If you listen to that DVD, that's actually my 5150. Those guys took dry tracks and we reamped them here, and I got to be part of that project, so that was pretty fucking cool. As I recall, those tracks were just fucking stellar. You could hear the guys tuning up between takes and all that shit, but those were some tight as hell guitars. I couldn't believe that was live. It's just like, wow, just a spectacularly played set of tracks. If you have the chance, check that DVD out. It's amazing.
Hey Glenn, I'm a broke college student, so I can't really afford to rent a guitar amp or mic for guitars. I have enough cash to get me the standard version of Bias Effects or Mercurial Spark. Which one would you recommend?
My suggestion would be download some demos and see what you like before you buy. You know, I'm sure the Mercurial stuff has a demo period. I know the Bias stuff has a demo period. Check out the demo from Line 6, the new Helix Native. You know, that might be worth checking out for you as well. That one's not exactly cheap, but so far so good from what I've played with. Anyway. On the cheap end, you could check out the Lapoo plugins, and there's a few more really cool freeware VST amp sims kicking around as well. Just do a little Google search. You should be able to find plenty.
Hey Glenn, what do you think of Superior Drummer 3?
I think I haven't tried it yet, so I really can't pass judgment on it. I've never really had a problem with the programs per se. They work as advertised, and you know they sound good for what they do. I just miss having real drummers on records. I'd like to see more of that and less robots. That's all.
But what do I do if my interface doesn't have an XLR out, besides buying a new one?
Dude, you don't have to do that. My interface only has 1/4-inch outputs too. What you do is you get yourself a little adapter like this. This is an XLR to 1/4-inch. This is male XLR to female 1/4-inch. And that makes the connection for you. Believe me, you don't have to go out and buy a new freaking sound card. There are all kinds of tools you can get. Any good sound engineer should have one of these. It's like a bag full of adapters. You know, there's some 1/4-inch stuff. There's RCA to 1/4-inch. A couple of male RCA reversers, you know, more RCA to 1/4-inch, you know, mini screwdriver from Rode, thank you Rode, more XLR to 1/4-inch, couple more screwdrivers, headphone adapters, you know, 1/4-inch reversers, all kinds of stuff. If you're gonna run a studio, you should have a bag full of these somewhere on hand because you never know when you're gonna need it, and it will save your ass because I know this bag has saved my ass more than enough times.
Would you recommend buying a real tube head like a PV Windsor or buying a separate preamp and power amp in a rack? If you have a rack, why did you decide to buy full amp heads?
Because my racks for studio gear and guitar amps are for guitar amps, basically. I've never been kind of a you know, preamp and power amp rack kind of guy. I've always been like a tube head kind of guy. Just it's easier. There's less shit to go wrong, I suppose. Just simplifies things a little bit, you know. But if you have a tube power amp you're going to be really happy with, that you want to stay with your whole life, sure, get that, and then you can just change out preamps, I suppose. I never quite got the whole two-part rack thing, but hey, you know, maybe if you're in a traveling band or something like that, that makes a lot of sense. In the studio, not so much.
Hi Glenn, greetings from Finland on awesome stuff as usual. I have a question about recording live in the studio. We're planning to record our very noisy stoner sludge album, and we've decided to record every instrument at the same time, and we'll probably be in the same room as well. We've previously recorded an EP and some demos, but they seem to be missing that something that's in the air when rehearsing or playing concerts. No, I don't mean we. We've recorded a lot of stuff before, and this band without this sort of problem, so we feel that live recording is the way to go this time to capture the magic. Anyway, do you have any do's or don'ts for this sort of situation? I'm a bit worried about room mics and cymbal bleed later on. Thanks.
Well, if you're worried about bleed, what I'd suggest is maybe putting your amps in separate rooms and everybody plays off headphones. That'll help. That'll keep your guitar amps out of the drum mics. Or you can just gobo. A lot of bands have done that over the years, and that's worked excellent. Ultimately, what you guys can do is play your guitars through amp sims. That'll save you a lot as well, and then you can just reamp those performances. And that'll keep everything crystal clear. There are plenty of options these days as opposed to just using gobos. So I'd say experiment around with a couple things and see what you come up with.
Where's the hot chick guitar posters?
We put them up and nobody bought one. Nobody bought a single hot chick guitar poster. So we took it down. If you guys want to see the hot chick guitar posters, hey, leave a comment below and let me know if you're actually going to buy something or you're just blowing smoke up my ass.
And so it came to be. Finland showed its mastery in metal music, and poor Glenn has to send his rev across the big pond to the cold north and pray that the Full Tube's masterpiece survives the journey.
Dude, we're in Canada. It's fucking cold here too, in case you didn't notice, and we've still got better hockey players than you guys. Seriously though, congratulations to Maddie. Yeah, I hope, you know, it gets a lot of use. I'm not the one shipping it, actually. I'm shipping it to the Rev. Dan, the designer, is giving it a once over and giving it his seal of approval before they ship it out. So Rev's actually going to be responsible for the shipping. Big thanks to Derek and Dan at Rev for stepping up there. You guys are fucking amazing. Oh, and I almost forgot, we've still got Rev discount codes, SMG10. Use those in the Rev store, and you can get yourself several % off the sticker price. So if you didn't quite win the Rev in the contest, you can still get a few bucks off. But for you European dudes, Rev is finally available at Toman. I've got links for both those in the description below. Make sure you check it out. Take care. I'm out of here.